The next technique is called obstructing the storm. When we speak of storm in the Kenpo system, as you learned in orange belt material, we're talking about a club attack. Now, in this club attack, I want you to be alert to an open-end triangle. Okay, we're going to start talking about that a little more. And what all that is that it's a position that you put your hands in that allows you to manipulate your opponent and grabs and holds all types of things. But it's what we call, an old name for it would be a universal pattern that the hands are in. And you'll see what I'm talking about as we go. Okay, Rick? Now Rick's going to come through with a right overhead club. All right, he's going to come straight down on the head. Now the first thing I want to do is get out of line of attack, so I'm going to step to 11 o'clock. But I don't want to be so far out of line that I can't use my hands at this point, because I'm going to use this against him. I take an open-end triangle, and I'm going to put the right hand over the left, and I'm going to step to 11, but I'm going to block and let it catch and let that arm wedge in here, all right? And that's the obstruction, what we call obstructing the storm at this point. We're going to a left neutral bow. His own weight at this point, push down, Rick, will put weight here. It becomes a check to himself. That's very important. Okay, now watch again. We go to 11 o'clock, boom. We make the block, re-grab the wrist with your right hand. And as you do, you're going to take your left leg and make a second step to 1 o'clock. As you do it, you're going to break that elbow because, like we did on crossing talons, the leg and the elbow are in line together. They're both on this vertical line, okay? They're working on the same plane. They're going to create a lot of power that way. No sooner than I break the elbow, but I'm going to start pulling Rick and bring his head right into my knee. And my knee and his head are going to meet together. All right, let's take it from the beginning. All right, so we go 1 and 2, boom, and back. Watch again. I'm going to bring his head just a little closer. 1, 2. Okay, now watch it from this angle. You'll see what I'm doing. As he moves, you notice that my arm contours and comes across. You try not to leave it too long, too big of a gap in there. Okay, watch again. So what we're going to do is we're going to step off it, we're going to contour, and then bring his head into it. Bam! And then back to your neutral stance, and that's your technique. Thank you, Rick. Good. Another thing I want you to find out about this right over left hand is this. When he swings, if I put my right over the left, it gives me an option. I can use the bottom hand, I can go to the chest, I can go to the throat, I can go down to the groin, whatever. If I have the left over the right, I don't have that option. Watch again. He moves, I make my block. If I had to change the technique, I could do it. That open-end triangle allows me to do it. Thank you, Rick. Good.